We are back for another Tales from the Road, and I'm joined by my good friend, the hilarious Tara Brown. Tara, how you
Hi,
doing?
Drew. Hi, Drew Harrison. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I am absolutely fantastic. You got a special you're taping tonight that is fantastic at Third Coast for K Love on Demand. Look at you.
I know. I'm so excited about that for so many reasons because my mom introduced me to K Love Radio and then I started loving it. So to have this be sort of a full circle moment to get to uh, perform for them and have it go out to their audience is so super special to me.
I love it. I love when you get to tape a project and it just has extra meaning to you, you know?
It really does. Because it was funny. I used to, when I would go to my mom's house, she would always have it playing in the background. And I remember one time working from her kitchen table. And you know how you start hearing the music and you're like, yeah, yeah, I do feel like that, And then after constantly hearing it at her house, then it became a staple in my house. So I'm really, really excited about it. Like you said, it's super special.
That's awesome. Well, I know you're going to crush it. So I'm break a leg because I know you don't even need that luck, you know?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm always happy to be with you and always happy when you ask me to do something because I know we're going to have fun. So thanks for having me.
Well, right back at you. Thank you for being here. I enjoy projects we get to work on together.
Yes.
All right. Do you have a tale from the road for me?
I have so many tales from the road. Where do we begin? I was thinking about this when you asked me to do this, and you have so many. You're like, okay, which one can I share? And what comes to mind is this one. You know how when you first start out and you're doing all these gigs in all these crazy places, you look back on it and it's like, how did I get there? So I remember once being booked for a gig at a biker bar in the middle of nowhere, South Carolina. And in this biker bar, Confederate flags galore. So I'm performing under a Confederate flag, and it's just super rowdy, super crazy. And here I come with my little brand of clean comedy, and they're like, but they were so drunk and they were rowdy. And then I remember one guy, he was so drunk, and he was so drunk that his eyes were only open to like slits, like you could really barely see his eyes. And he's like, "You want to come home with me?" And I said, I'm gonna say no. Then I thought to myself, I said, can you imagine the next morning he gets up and finds this black chick at his house and he's like, hey, how'd you get here? How'd you get here? So I'm thinking, sir, I don't think you want that.
I thought when you were describing the bar at first, I thought you were going to say Fayetteville, North Carolina, because I had to get John Feltz out of there quick. We were about to get,
Really?
we had to do two shows, and the second show, the whole crowd just stayed from the first show. And he just
Uh,
got mad and started going at people. He went after this guy with Confederate flag sleeves. And I turned to
oh,
the guy that was with us, who was a young guy, and he was just hosting for us. I was like, bring the car around. I'm going to get our checks from the bartender, and we'll be out quick.
yes, you have to read the room. I remember, speaking of North Carolina, I did a show. Oh, goodness. I don't think it was Jacksonville. It wasn't near Fayetteville. It was a military town. That's what I remember. It was one of those military cities. And the funniest thing, so again, it was we might have done the same show now that I think about it. Was it in a bar?
It was a biker
We
bar with
might have
like
done the same
bones.
show. Okay, now if I this may sound familiar. So same show. I mean, it was in this bar, two shows that night. I think we did the same thing, Drew. And I would remember thinking to myself, why are there two shows here? Right? And I'm pretty sure this is the place. And I think it was Fayetteville. So the funniest thing is, and they put me up at a Ramada, which I don't know. I don't love, no disrespect to Ramada, but it's not my thing. So anyway, I go to the venue. We do the show. I'm the feature for the show. It was just okay. Just okay. Do the second show again. Just okay. Probably less than just okay. Because we didn't have like a big crowd. They were a little rowdy. I think TVs were playing. They were just not into it. And it was just
Recipe
okay.
for comedy, you know?
100%. So I'm in this place doing combat comedy. Like, like I'm just struggling here. So then I'm like, I can't wait to get out of here. Let me get back to the Ramada, and I'm driving. And this is when I lived in Charlotte. So I'm like, I'll just get back to Charlotte tomorrow. So I get to the parking lot, and I'm looking for my keys. And actually, before I left the parking lot, I'm in the bar and I'm looking for my keys, and I cannot find my keys. And I'm like, where are my keys? So finally, I realized I left my keys in the car, and the car was running for the whole time of the show. So, car's running for the whole time of the show, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the entire world? So we have a bunch of people who are trying to help me get in the car, and we're like, oh my gosh. And so somehow or another, someone had something to like jimmy the car open, and we got my keys. So this was the funniest part, and you could appreciate this as a comic. So someone said to me while we, as we, got my car open, they said, you were so funny, but we really couldn't hear you. I said, was that the thing? You guys couldn't hear me? Is that why you all didn't laugh as much? I'm like, I can do the whole show again right here in the parking lot. I totally forgot about my car. I didn't care anything about it. I was like, that's why you didn't laugh, because you couldn't hear it? I was like, I can do it again. But shout out to Toyotas and how good they are in gas, because my car ran for more than 2+ hours and it was still good. And I was able to drive to that Ramada and then drive back to Charlotte the next day. That's why I always drive Toyotas.
That is fantastic. I had a Dodge Ram I let run. I accidentally locked my keys in the car with it running at a Kanye West NERD Rihanna concert, and they charged me
Whoa.
so much money to come to the music venue and bail me
Oh
out.
my gosh. Wow. What I can't maybe we don't want to name the name of that bar, but I'm thinking we did the same bar. Now that you're saying that.
Well, we all know we used to run with the same booker in North Carolina that would put us in those type of situations. So I'm
Yes.
sure it was, because that was the only bar in Fayetteville is the big military town too. So I'm sure it was the same.
And I just kept thinking, why do you have two shows? This makes no sense whatsoever. It's like you do these type of places and you're like, this makes absolutely no sense. And it's funny because sometimes, you're taught to believe when you're not getting the audience that it's never the audience, it's you, and you got to get it. And I don't believe that anymore. I'm like, sometimes it's the audience. And I'm
Sometimes
taking
it's
that to my
you.
grave. Yeah, I'm like this. And it's so funny, though, how you can do um, one show and do the same material at another show, and it's two totally different reactions. I've had that one time. I did it a country club once. Set went over so well, so much so I'm like, will there be a parade after this? Are you all loving me like that? I did this same exact set maybe a week later, and it was like, is this thing on? Like, comedy will break your heart. It will lift you up and break your heart in a million different ways.
Most uplifting and humbling thing. Like, and I hate when it happens on the same nights. Like, I hate when you have a great first show and then that second show is garbage.
Oh, that happened to me. I do ships. That happened to me on the ship. So when I'm on the ships, I do anywhere from 5 to 6 shows per sail. And I did, and a couple of them are repeat shows. So I literally repeated the show. The one time I did it, we love her. And I'm like, I'll be signing autographs later. I'm like, no. Next, exactly. Next one, I was like, where's the back door out of here? I was like, I don't understand it. And I always tell people you have to have both short term and long term memory loss with this, because not loss, but short term and long term memory with this, because you have to remember that one bad set does not define who you are. And you also have to remember, like, I'm good at this. There's a reason I'm here, and it's all going to be okay. But it was funny because when the the set didn't go as great, and I was like hungry, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go up to eat. I don't want to see people. Those 3 almonds I had at 4 o'clock, they'll hold me for the night.
That would be the tough part, is having to be like, oh, yeah, y'all just saw me. I got to eat
Yeah.
now. Oh.
Don't you love though when you do a show and maybe you're on a showcase type show and people didn't love you as much as they loved the other people, and then they just kind of walk by you and just like, hey, you were great, and it's just like, okay. Gotta love
Most
it.
uplifting and humbling thing in the world.
Exactly. But so many, the the road is I tell you what, it's so interesting. And I recently did a show. I get really, like, I have to drive a lot, and so once I was in what was that, Bennettsville, South Carolina, and they had put me up in an Airbnb in Chesterfield, and so it was like 30 some odd minutes away or something, and it's super dark, and it's just like, those kind of things, you just like think about your life. You're like, how did I get here? Yeah, when am I going to get somebody
Is
to
this how I
drum?
want to spend my time on this earth? You know,
Exactly, exactly. And then I'm just like this. I'm driving and I'm like, please God, don't let deer come out. I'm like, no deer. That's the thing that scares me most, because those roads are super dark in the Carolinas. And I was like, no deer. God, please, no
and they
deer.
will come out of nowhere.
Nowhere. And then it's just like you have to, and I tell people all the time, social media is a really tricky beast, right? Because you get to see people's highlight reels and you get to see the things that people want to show you, but nobody talks about the grind of it all. And I remember posting a video once a while ago when I had to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning because I was driving from Nashville to Charlotte. It's like 7+ hours. The way I do it, it's like 7+ hours. And I'm like, this is not the pretty part of comedy. This is not it.
Like they don't see the routine I got to do every morning because my body's so mangled from being in a car for 12 hours a day for
That's
years.
right.
You know,
Yeah. Wow. Wow. But I, I, as odd as it sounds, I wouldn't trade these experiences for the world. Because to your point, this is such a humbling business, and I like to say very character building. And I just feel like one day you'll look back all on all of this. It's very wax on, wax off, right? Like, you got to do these things so that you can get to the other side of it. And this is not for everybody. This is a tough business. It really is. And for all of the success stories you see, there's so many people who didn't happen for. So you're grateful for every opportunity, even the ones that will humble you and make you go to bed early. You're like, I'm not going to eat anything. I didn't deserve a meal. I remember one time I had a show and I didn't think it went well, and I offered. I was like, don't even give me the money. And I just, I felt like I didn't earn it, and I shouldn't have. Yeah, and he was really nice. He goes, take the money, and I was like, I don't know. They hated me.
no, I hear you. It's the pull, it's the highs and the lows. But thank you for
Mhm.
sharing your tales from the road. Where can they
Yeah.
find you on the social medias?
Tara Brown Comedy on social media. And thank you. And I said again, I appreciate you so much for having me. I always enjoy talking to you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Tara. I appreciate you.